all started when the person on the subway sneezed in front of me. Didn't block their mouth or anything like that. Just wide open sneezed. I mean, I guess it's a little gross, but I see it every day. So that stuff never really gets to me, you know? Then it all started about 5 days later, give or take. I woke up in the morning and I had a headache. My muscles felt sore. And I just felt terrible. I couldn't even think what it could be, because just the other day I felt fine. Maybe it was because I was stressed out, or I haven't been sleeping well lately. Who knows? However, I now know what it was. I know it got me, and it wasn't pretty.
I never thought that this could happen to me. I just always thought that I would be safe. I was never one of those people that got sick all the time, or even very often. People always told me that I must have a good immune system or something, because I always seemed healthy. I guess it was just all too good to be true, and bad things really can happen to good people. Please listen to me. When I say that no one is safe, no one.
I always try to stay away from people who looked or sounded sick. If my coworkers complained of not feeling well, I try to stay away from them and avoid touching things that they use, like the phone and pens. Last Monday started out like any other day. My manager came over to my cubicle to say good morning, and he introduced me to a new employee. So I shook his hand without giving it a second thought. He had coughed into it right before I shook it, but he didn't look sick. The rest of the day went along just fine. Nothing unusual. 2 days later, though, things started to get ugly. The new employee was sniffling, coughing, and just didn't look well. As I normally do, I tried to avoid him so that I wouldn't get sick. But it was too late. About a week later, I was in the same boat. It had gotten to me too. I should have known better than to have shaken his hand that day.
What you just watched were the accounts of 3 ordinary people who got attacked by the influenza virus. Such a silent beast, it can be caught by performing such everyday activities such as shaking a coworker's hand, sneezing in a subway, or walking into someone's cough. What these people didn't know is that a perfectly normal-looking person can be infected with the flu and just hasn't begun to show symptoms yet. So how do you prevent the flu? Well, it's pretty simple. Cover your cough. Cough into your arm or into a tissue. Coughing into your hand allows the influenza virus to be transmitted anywhere where you place your hands. Sneeze into your arm. The influenza virus spreads through any airborne methods. If you happen to sneeze into your hand, wash your hands immediately after so you won't spread it to others. Get the flu vaccine. This is by far the best way to protect yourself and others from getting the flu. There are 2 types of vaccines recommended for different groups of people: the live attenuated influenza virus vaccine, LAIV, or the trivalent inactivated virus vaccine, TIV. Those who are elderly, such as those who are older than 65 years old, or the very young, are recommended to get the flu vaccine because your immune systems are not as strong as somebody who is middle-aged. You don't want to become a victim of the flu. The seasonal flu shots are available prior to December and available all the way through the winter. The earlier you get the shot, the better protected you will be. Get the flu vaccine. It's the best shot you have at preventing the flu.
Wait, I thought the flu shot can give you the flu.
No, the flu vaccines contain an attenuated, weakened form of the influenza virus, so there's no way that they can cause the disease.
I heard the side effects of the influenza vaccine are way worse than actually getting the flu itself.
No, the chances of getting a really rare side effect, like Guillain-Barré syndrome, are 1 in 4 million. The most common side effect is redness or soreness at the site of injection for 1 to 2 days. So don't worry, as long as you get the flu shot each year, you won't wind up like one of these innocent victims. Remember, only you can prevent the flu.